we are seeing here today by Rick Volker. In comparison to most single-engine aircraft, it possesses superior power loading and above-average wing loading. The SF.260 has been described as having the power to be immune to the gyration-like effects of turbulence and possessing a high rate of climb. The SF.260 holds the airspeed records for aircraft in its class over the 62-mile and 620-mile closed circuits. While being a fully aerobatic aircraft, it possesses favorable handling qualities, including relatively tame stall characteristics. Controllability during stalls is augmented by vanes located on the wingtips, which accelerate airflow over the tips and ailerons. What's it like to fly? Does it feel like you're flying a fighter? Well, yes. Rick is known for having more time than just about anyone in Spitfire and Messerschmitt Bf-109 aircraft. He says there are flight characteristics that a combat aircraft should possess. Precise controls, neutral pitch stability. Modern general aviation aircraft are designed to return to level flight by itself after pushing the nose down and building up speed, or to return to level flight itself after pushing the nose down and building up speed, or after pulling the nose up and slowing down. The Marchetti accepts whatever direction you point it in and does not second-guess your decision by attempting to return to level flight with high stability forces. This allows better precision when dogfighting or making a gun run on a ground target. A fighter must have a significant amount of headroom of safe speed above its maximum level flight speed so the pilot does not pull the wings off with too much speed under duress of combat. Visibility is paramount to maintain good situational awareness around you. The average general aviation aircraft has an extremely high panel packed with gauges that obscures the view in many directions that are needed to fly safely in military formations and to see below the horizon for air-to-ground attack. Body position is important to maintain G-tolerance. The seat position in the Marchetti is very much like the position in the Messerschmitt, which Rick is very familiar with. Military aircraft benefit from a stick instead of a yoke or wheel for flight control. Throttles are big levers meant to be continuously moved up and down and around in maneuvering flight, versus the general aviation standard of a push-pull knob that discourages this type of military flying. The Marchetti has all of these things. The militaries of 33 countries have employed this aircraft due to incorporation of so many important features for military flight scenarios. SF-260s have been used as light attack aircraft during conflicts in Chad, Libya, Nicaragua, the Philippines, Rhodesia, Sri Lanka, Turkey, and Zimbabwe. 20 countries still maintain SF-260s for military operations. Out of over 900 SF-260s built in Italy, about 35 aircraft have made it to civilian ownership here in North America. And we're delighted to have one with us here today. This is the only piston-powered attack aircraft still in production. And you can fly in one at Air Combat USA and learn how to dogfight. Rick has had this aircraft on the short list of aircraft that he's always wanted to display. He feels it belongs with other greats that he's flown in displays, such as the Spitfire, the Bf-109, the Hurricane, the Harvard, and the Sukhoi. That tells you something about the rare character of this aircraft to be included on that list. Rick says this aircraft has flight characteristics that are the polar opposite of the Sukhoi. The Sukhoi had a zero airspeed power on stall speed, while the Marchetti responds best by pretending it's a jet due to the knife-like laminar flow wings. Because of that, it's a perfect trainer to prepare a pilot for jet aircraft. You'll not find another certified aircraft that possesses side-by-side seating, both instrument flight rules and aerobatic capability with inverted systems, retractable landing gear, and it cruises at 175 knots with over a 600 nautical mile range. The SF-260 has a very strong airframe, capable of a steady diet of 6G maneuvers, which Rick is putting that aircraft through today. Its speed limit is 236 knots indicated airspeed, which is extremely high for a piston aircraft. It's not a competition aerobatic aircraft due to the higher speed range it prefers, such as that it eats up more sky than the size of a typical aerobatic contest box. While the Marchetti was designed for military-style flying, Rick is demonstrating that this aircraft can be coached to do some interesting traditional aerobatic maneuvers that you would not expect. He entered the field earlier at over 250 miles per hour. Those are Spitfire speeds, ladies and gentlemen. He pulls up to vertical and executes a roll in a very classic Humpty Dumpty bump. He gains over 2,000 feet of altitude when he goes up. And at the top, he pulls back just hard enough to follow a weightless trajectory over the top, which prevents a stall. Now, you know, to fly an aircraft like this with those various maneuvers, you've got to be in tip-top shape, of which Rick Volker is. He's participating in Ironman competitions, cycling competitions. He follows a very strict diet. I think I can count on one hand the number of drinks I've seen him have over the years that I've known him. Very experienced pilot. You don't want to wrestle with him. Rick is a retired dentist, recently retired. And I can't use that line anymore, but I used to say, when he's not pulling teeth, or when he's not pulling G's, he's pulling teeth. But he's not pulling teeth anymore because he sold his practice to concentrate more on flying aerobatics in the SIAI-Marchetti. It's great to have Rick Volker and his wife Trish here with us this weekend. We've had some fantastic displays, including the practice display on Friday, the air show yesterday, and of course, this demonstration here today. And inbound from stage right, the SIAI-Marchetti. Ideal photo opportunity with a low pass. Topside pass. Rick says he has finally found the only warbird that can play like a modern aerobatic aircraft. Rick Volker would like to thank Concord Batteries for allowing him to do hot starts consistently for the first time ever. If you're not happy with your battery, they are at the top of the food chain, according to Rick Concord Batteries. And in case you've lost him in the air, this is their stage, off in the distance. Gear down, preparing for final.